So let me say right out of the gate, most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're uncomfortable lying to themselves. They tell you that you're trying. They tell you they're grinding. They tell you the timing isn't right. The money isn't right. The people aren't right. No, not at all. You're just not disciplined enough to sit down in discomfort long enough. So let that sink in for a moment. And before anyone gets defensive, if this doesn't hit you, it's not for you. But if it pisses you off good, that's what it's being meant to do. That means that I'm hitting the right person and that it's accurate. The 12 gauge mindset isn't about hype. It isn't about fancy quotes. It is not about pretending you're a savage online and disappearing when it's time to work. It's about standing in front of the mirror, face to face with the mirror, and admitting to yourself, I've been my own biggest obstacle. The real problem? We live in a world where everyone wants results, but nobody wants responsibility. Everybody wants confidence without the scars. They want respect without consistency. They want success without sacrifice. That math doesn't work. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't rise to your potential. You fall to the level of your standards. If your standard is, I'll do it when I feel like it, then your results will match your energy. Inconsistent and forgettable. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer excuses and more reps, because discipline isn't loud. Discipline is boring. Discipline doesn't post. Discipline shows up when no one is clapping for you. So what's the problem? Entitlement. Entitlement's the enemy, right? Let's talk about entitlement, because it's killing more dreams than failure ever did. Some of you think life owes you something because you've been through hell. You've been screwed over. You stayed loyal when others didn't. I hate to break it to you. Pain doesn't entitle you to success. It only gives you a chance to earn it. Plenty of people have been hurt. Plenty of people have been betrayed. Plenty of people have lost everything. The difference? Some of us use it as a fuel. Others use it as a personality. Victimhood feels safe because it removes responsibility, but it also removes power. And the 12 gauge mindset is simple. If it's your life, it's your responsibility, period. Consistency over talent. Because, here's another lie people cling to. I'm just not built like that. No, you haven't built yourself yet. Talent is overrated. Consistency is undefeated. I've seen average people dominate rooms because they showed up every day. And I've seen talented people disappear because they couldn't handle boredom, criticism, and accountability. You don't need to be special. You need to be unavoidable. Show up when you don't feel confident. Work when nobody's watching. Improve when there's no guarantee it'll pay off. That's how you separate yourself. Not by talking, by stacking proof. Stop waiting for permission. Let me tell you something you probably need to hear. Nobody is coming to validate you. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is handing you permission to become who you're capable of being. If you're waiting on approval, you'll die waiting. The people you're hoping will clap for you. Half of them are scared of you outgrowing them. The other half won't notice until you've already passed them. Move anyway. Clarity comes from action. Confidence comes from evidence. Identity comes from repetition. You don't find yourself, you build yourself. Pain. Pain is the entry fee. Enter the part nobody likes hearing. Pain isn't optional. Struggle isn't optional. Doubt isn't optional. They are the entry fee. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. If you're not being tested, you're not leveling up. If you're not tired, frustrated, stretched, you're playing too small. The goal is to avoid pain. The goal isn't to avoid pain. The goal is to become someone who can carry it without breaking. That's the 12 gauge mindset. Pressure doesn't crush us, it forges us. So in closing, here's the question you need to answer honestly. Are you committed or are you just interested? Because interest fades, commitment adapts. Interest waits for the right mood. Commitment works through the wrong ones. You don't need a new plan. You need a higher tolerance for discomfort. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You need to stop quitting on yourself. And the next time life hits you, and it will, I want you to remember this. You're not built to fold. You're built to reload. That's the difference. That's the edge. That's the mindset. Beware the 12 gauge.